Hello, I'm Kristin with the Rogers Public Library, and this week for Catch 'em All at the Library, we will be focusing on Buizel. Now, you'll have your coloring page of your little Buizel, and then all you need this week for a craft is your craft packet. Everything you need is in here. So, you will have a bottle of glue, a bowl, a stick for stirring, and in a few bags, some liquid starch, and some Model Magic. Now this you may or may not need to use. I will leave that up to you. So we are going to make slime. So the first step is going to be to pour as much of your glue as you can into your bowl. Now it already has blue dye added to it. And this will turn your hands a little bit blue, but it washes off, so it will not permanently stain your hands blue. So just get as much out as you can. Don't have to get every last drop. When you think you've gotten about as much out as you're going to get, and set that aside. And then we will want to get out our liquid starch. Now we're going to start with pouring about half of this in your bowl and then stirring with our stir stick. We may need to use the whole thing, but we're going to start with about half and then just add as we need it. So I'll seal that back up and set it to the side, and then I'll take my stirring stick and slowly start stirring our slime together. I'm going to go slow so that I don't splash out the liquid starch. It's going to get really goopy. We're going to stir slowly, scraping the sides every now and then to get the glue all mixed in with the liquid starch, until all of the liquid starch is mixed in to your glue. It'll take a little bit, but just keep slowly stirring and kind of lifting it up and mixing. So once you have it all stirred up so that the liquid starch is pretty much gone, it's all absorbed into the glue, it's gonna be real goopy. Now, at this point, we can see that it's still pretty sticky. It's sticking a lot to the stick. It's probably still gonna stick to our hands. So it's still sticking some, but it's not terrible. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this out and set it aside, start squishing with my hands and kind of see how it feels. Now, you can work it for a little bit. If your slime is still really sticky, then you're going to want to add some more liquid starch. This one is still sticking a little more than I want it to, so I'm going to get as much of it back off of my hands as I can. And stick it back in my bowl. And get some more liquid starch. Add about half of what's left. And you can use your stir stick again, or you can just use your hands. Since I've already gotten mine kind of sticky, I'm going to go ahead and just use my hands. Kind of slowly mix the liquid starch in. So I'm gonna get nice and messy and gooey. and droopy. But just hold over your bowl and work that liquid starch into your slime. It's going to start getting stringy, but that's okay. Just keep stretching and squishing to work that liquid starch in so that it will absorb. My slime now is still a little stringy, but it has absorbed all of the liquid starch that I put in, and I'm just gonna keep squishing it and working with it, and it's starting to thicken up again. Just needs to keep getting all of that worked in. Now it's getting less stringy, and it's not really sticking to me anymore. There's a couple remnants from when it was sticky still on my hands, but it's almost gone now. There we go. All right, now it's getting good. So if it's still really stringy, just keep squishing it and stretching it and mixing it, and it will eventually get to this. It's nice, thick slime that's not sticky at all, not sticking to my hands at all. It's still nice and stretchy and this beautiful blue color. Now, now we made slime today because Buizel is a water Pokemon and lives in the water, so this time, instead of making a craft that replicates what he looks like, we made a craft about where he lives. So we have our water slime. Now, if you are having trouble with your slime and it's not getting like this, where it's nice and stretchy and not sticky, then you can take your emergency model magic and mix it in. So once it's as much like this as you can get it, and it's not really getting any better, then add the model magic in, and it will make it so that it's not clear anymore, but it will still be a nice blue color, and that will help it not be so sticky. So, or if you just want to, then you are welcome to add in your model magic. So I like it like this, but I'll go ahead and show you what it's like when you mix in the model magic. You just stick it in, just kind of fold it in, and then start squishing and pulling and stretching again until it's all nicely mixed up. And it will help thicken it if it's still too stringy. It'll make it a softer, more of a kind of cloud feeling slime. If you decide not to use your model magic, if you don't need it and you like your slime how it is, then that model magic is just for you to keep, and you can use it for whatever you'd like to. So once your model magic is mixed in really nicely, then it will look more like this, where it's not clear anymore, but it's still this nice blue, still stretchy, and it's just soft and squishy like cloud or cotton candy. So there is our Buizel Craft water slime. Now, if you would like to register to do this with us on Zoom, just click the link in the description and make sure that you enter your email address during the registration process so that I can send you the Zoom link every Monday. And if you would like to share pictures of your slime with me and show us how it turned out, you can do that in the comments. I would love to see, but it's okay if you don't want to share too. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next Monday at 4 o'clock for Catch 'em All at the library. Bye.